So an error is a bug. Types of errors. Three types of errors are there. Number one, compile time errors. Just now I am speaking about that before this class, right? Compile time errors. First one. Second one, runtime errors. This is our subject matter actually. Runtime errors is the next one. Followed with, what is the third one? Logical errors. That is also there. We don't focus much on first and third because I will explain, but it is pretty straightforward job, nothing to do much. Logical errors is the last one. Okay, these are the three types. First, we go with compile time errors. What are compile time errors? What are compile time errors? As the name itself is telling, during compilation, they will be detected. Detected by whom? By JavaC compiler. Is it not? During during what? During compilation. So that is about that. And why they are coming? What are those errors? They are all due to syntax and grammar. Comes due to problems in syntax and grammar. Grammar means spellings and also syntax. Syntax means missing semicolon or for loop. In place of semicolon, if you put a comma, normal mistakes which students uh, usually do. Okay, and grammar, spellings, and these kind of problems comes due to these kind of problems. And what is the solution for that? We are concerned about solution also. Problem is, yes, syntax and grammar coming due to syntax and grammar. And solution is disk checking. Disk checking. Disk means hard disk. Checking means check your program from top to bottom. Check program from top to bottom. Means every line should be thoroughly checked. Every line. So in lab normally maybe C or C++ or Java or Python. Generally, if you do a mistake, you are going to ask your whoever is there in your lab. You are going to ask them, "Sir, I'm not getting this. Something went wrong. Can you please check?" Or what they are going to do, Even myself, when I was in lab, what I used to do, I used to run the program. I used to compile the program. Machine will show something where you went wrong. Still, if I can't understand, then I will check line by line, right from top to bottom. Every line I will check, including semicolons, that, this. If I correct that, obviously your program will be compiled. But sometimes you can run the program also successfully, and you started complaining, "Sir, I could not get answer. Sum of 7 plus 5, it is showing uh, something else. I'm not getting 12." Sometimes you would have asked like that. Then that is due to logical error. If your formula is wrong, it will show something else. So that is compile time, that is logical. Okay. So this is all about compile time errors. They are mainly due to syntax and grammar problems, and it is detected by the compiler during compilation initially. Right. And solution is disk checking, checking line by line. Every line tested like that. Right. Next. Runtime errors. This is very important. This is our subject. What are runtime errors? As the name itself is telling, occur during, detected by whom? Detected by Java virtual machine, right? During the execution. During the execution of the program, right? And majority of these errors, there is no solution. Majority of these errors, there is no solution. We have to live. We have to live to operating system. There is no solution. Okay, fine. And live to and left to OS, operating system. Any message is there, OS will decide. OS will display a suitable message. Sometimes see suitable message. Sometimes if any file is lost, your OS will display a message. If you start your machine, it when you start your system, obviously on the desktop you'll get one message, you lost so and so, that and this. So here also naturally at runtime, if you get any problem, major problems, majority cases, OS will display some dialog box showing the message where you went wrong. Sometimes it is beyond the capacity of OS also. OS may crash. OS may crash at times. Okay, due to these runtime errors, very dangerous. Majority. But what about minority? Very few errors you can deal. That is our subject. Our subject is very few such runtime errors is our subject. Majority, leave it to OS. Let OS decide. Majority of these are fatal errors. You can use that word also. OS will display several messages. OS may crash at time due to fatal runtime errors, due to fatal, very big errors. There is no solution. You have to uh, format your OS and reinstall that. That's it. Very few a programmer can deal. That is our subject. Very clear in that sense. Very few a programmer can deal, and they are known as exceptions. Okay, they are known as exceptions. Now, this is the time we have to define error and exception. Let me define error first. Error is a bug. I started with that, but that is not enough. A full-fledged definition we will write. An error is an abnormal event. An abnormal event that cannot be handled. Cannot be. A lot of theories there before going into programs. An abnormal event that cannot be handled by a programmer. Okay, that is about error. You cannot deal. Nothing to say about that. But what is an exception? It is also an abnormal event, but can be handled by a programmer. So same statement I can copy, but little changes I will make for that. It is also an abnormal event that can be handled by a programmer by using, by using exception handlers. Exception handlers. That is about exception. One entry question here. Checked exceptions versus unchecked exceptions. What is the difference? You heard about this? Checked exceptions versus unchecked exceptions. What is the difference? Checked exceptions are detected by the compiler. Okay.
Compiler.
Yes. Checked exceptions. This is an interview question again. Exceptions are detected by the compiler during compilation of your program. During compilation of program, right? That is about that. What about the other one? Unchecked exceptions are detected by, or unchecked are not detected by the compiler, they are detected by the JVM. Unchecked exceptions. Let me copy by the, I will change that. Are detected by the JVM, by the Java virtual machine during the execution of the program. That is an execution means running of the program. Fine, that is also done. So clearly JVM is going to detect your runtime errors. Majority, nothing to say as a programmer, you leave it. Very few you can deal. They are known as exceptions. They are also abnormal events. But as a programmer, you are in a position to handle them by using some exception handlers. Last one, logical errors, very little one, very simple one. Logical errors. These are neither detected by compiler, neither detected by the compiler, nor by JVM. Then who will detect? Nobody. So as a programmer, we have to detect that. Machine can't do anything for that. So it is due to they occur due to they are due to problems with logic, problems with logic of the program. Logic means formula, something like formula problems. You write some formulas, no? If in place of a plus b, if you have written a minus b, what will happen? You can't get 5 plus 7 12. We'll get 5 minus 7 minus 2. But answer is coming, but it is showing negative result, minus 2. You have taken 5 and 7. You start complaining to me, sir, I have done addition, but it is showing subtraction. Then what I will be doing? See, sir, you have written minus in place of plus. That's why you are getting some other output. How can I know? Because I cross-checked mentally. Oh, 5 plus 7, it is 12. Again, again, one time, two times, I repeated. Every time it is saying 5 plus 7, 12. Then I checked the formula. Oh, you have written 5 minus 7. Like that. So they are due to problems with logic, like formula. Simple interest formula, PTR by 100. Of course, you write P into T into R by 100. In place of that, if you write PTR by 10, 10 is missing, you'll get a different output. Some output you will get. Neither compiler detects that, nor JVM detects that. Is it not? That is a problem. T into R. So neither compiler nor JVM detects these kind of things. This is logical error. Is it not? But you will get some output. But gets some output. That is the issue. There is no error in the first one. Formula is correct. Here formula is correct. Right? Here formula wrong. Why? Because formula wrong. Formula went wrong here. That's it. Simple. Nothing great. And what is the solution immediately? Solution should be there, no? Simple solution. What is that? In banks, how they check the 500 rupees you have given. They cross check, na? With machine, they will check. In some banks, 2 or 3 machines will be there. They will put in each and every machine. If they are giving one result, and if you are giving some other result, machines are wrong. Or something like those rupees, those notes may be attached or something like that. Something went wrong. But when you are manually checking, you are getting different output.